Hello. Yes, great. That was wonderful, Ellie. Thank you. Thank you. I heard you guys singing from behind. So before I begin, I just have to wonder if you could all take me seriously wearing this collar. Right? So this is a symbol that we Unitarian Universalists do actually claim for our clergy, despite the fact that it sets us apart from the non-ordained. And we do believe that all can be ministers, right? And this is the first time in my life, and I just have to say this, that I have worn a collar in a pulpit. I'm pretty sure the last time I wore a collar was 4 years ago in a pride parade while wearing a rainbow tutu. So I sort of want to acknowledge this weirdness, especially for folks who maybe this is your first time. This is not our normal look. Before I dive into this song that actually has many religious and spiritual messages about it, so I just wanted to acknowledge that. So we're going a little backwards with these songs in the movie. This one comes before We Don't Talk About Bruno and Surface Pressure. And honestly, I feel like it gets a little lost without its multi-part harmony or rockin' backtrack. And it sounds in many ways more like a typical Disney song. Lin-Manuel Miranda, the composer, describes it as the I Want song of the movie. It comes as Mirabel, the main character. It comes as her cousin is receiving his magical power. And Mirabel does not have one. She's the only family member not to get one. And her whole family is coming together to celebrate all these gifts, and she is left out without something to contribute to the family. And so she is asking, begging, praying for a miracle. Miracle being the name they call these gifts that their family has been bestowed, with which they've been bestowed, praying. This song is in fact a prayer. And though Mirabel is talking about a very specific miracle, the miracle that Abuela first perceived when her husband died, escaping in Colombia, war in Colombia, 50 years before the movie is set, the idea of praying for miracles is nothing new to any of us, in fact. Even if you don't think you pray, how many times have you hoped for something to change? For something impossible to happen, for your family member to get better, for example, for the cure to come, for war to end, for the sick to get healed. You, who may not think of it as praying, have likely hoped, wished, begged some unknown force for that which is beyond our control to change. All I need is a change. As I've said before, one way to look at prayer is to think of it as intense thought on something, knowing that the power to change the outcome is out of your control. And so when I hear this song, I think about how many of us have prayed for conflict in our family to end, or for our family to change in some way so that they truly accept us, whether or not we have the gift they are hoping for. Mirabel, knowing that for some reason she was not given this miracle, not given a gift or a superpower like the rest of her family, literally looks up to the sky in the movie. She looks up and she says, "Bless me now like you blessed us all those years ago when you gave us a miracle." And in the background, you can see the candle that represents this miracle. And she's literally looking up, saying the words, "Bless me." What is that if not a prayer? So this is awfully religious for a Disney movie. This posture, this request is almost, it's directed at God without saying God's name. In a movie that's set in a country that is majority Catholic, with what is likely a priest in town who is part of their community, though not the keeper of the miracle. Right in a way, Abuela is really the spiritual leader of this village, of this Encanto. In addition, in this idea of this village, there is this idea that if you work hard enough in the family, you can keep the miracle burning. And this wondering, why was Mirabel defective in a way? Why wasn't she given this miracle that was bestowed upon the rest of her family? Had she done something to deserve it, to deserve being lacking in the eyes of her family? So this is a common refrain in many faith traditions, that you, if something bad happens to you, it does for a reason. That those who are unholy suffer in this life or the next. That good, holy people are so because God commanded it. You can see that there is this kind of understanding that Mirabel internalizes that she's not good enough. She's not holy enough to be blessed with this miracle. And so she prays. And in her prayer, she offers to do things like move mountains, make flowers bloom like her sisters do, showing the family something new. Basically, she offers to heal these cracks if only she was given the miracle. Yet at the end, spoiler alert, close your ears if you haven't seen it. Run away, this is your moment. Soren, have you? He's like, I've seen it. She does heal the family, right? Even without a miracle. She works to heal the family. In her conversations with Louisa about carrying too much, with Isabella about not being perfect, with Bruno about the fact that his visions aren't his fault. And it's not his fault that things happen to people, right? Priest is going to go bald anyways, just like me. And finally, with Abuela, about the trauma that started it all and created this miracle but hasn't been healed, this generational trauma. That finally, she is the one who finally helps them all turn around on this path towards wholeness and healing, and she does it without a miracle. The movie ends with this idea that who you are inside is the gift. Abuela said even in the final song, the miracle is new, you, not some gift, just you. Not what you can do. That we are worthy inherently, just for who we are. That skills don't make us special and we shouldn't be forced into being something we're not for that reason. To heal a family the way that Mirabel and Abuela and the rest of them begin to do from this generational trauma that they have endured is a miracle. And it's a blessing that they all deserve for who they are inside, not for their gifts. So Mirabel and the family, Mirabel's prayer has indeed been answered, even though it was beyond her control, because she needed to have these conversations, and it wasn't just on her. So their family was blessed not by a miracle, but by the possibility of healing and wholeness, which is available to us all. So it's a powerful message for all of us. So I want to just say, may it be so. Let us say together, Amen. Amen. I'm going to invite Rachel Gorton forward for a testimonial.